So last month while I was in Jamaica, I had the opportunity to go to one of the BYD showroom and to check out the car in person because I've been hearing a lot about BYD, but BYD is not in North America. It's not in America and it's not in Canada. So going to Jamaica was my first opportunity to see the car up close and in person. And BYD, very impressive. Now the number one car in the entire world, the number one electric vehicle in the entire world, and they are now available in over 50 countries. But one of the things that I was concerned about while I was in Jamaica, one of the things that came to my mind was that in terms of mechanic, who is going to maintain these cars? So the Prime Minister of Jamaica answered that question recently in an interview that he did with the Heart Trust in Jamaica. The Heart Trust is a school for continuing study. I know they major in hospitality. A lot of the hospitality workers in Jamaica were trained through that program. They also do mechanic, they do hairstylists, they have a farming program also. So the government of Jamaica, they decided to partner up with the Heart Trust and to offer a course now for mechanics in Jamaica who want to learn how to maintain, how to service electric vehicle. So I thought that was impressive. So this is the interview from the Prime Minister of Jamaica and one of the teachers or the mechanic, the main mechanic at the Heart Trust.
So what kind of service does an electric vehicle need?
Well, it's first of all in terms of because it's full electric. It's mainly coolant change.
So tell me what system in an electric vehicle needs a coolant?
Well, if the battery, because the electrical vehicles, it either use air-cooled batteries or liquid-cooled batteries.
So the batteries generate a lot of heat.
A lot of heat.
So there's still a cooling system that's necessary. Okay.
Right. So, and then the inverter, which is a device used to convert from AC current to DC.
Yes.
And so that also generates a lot of heat.
Yes.
So we need to keep the coolant, up to...
And you still have your wiper.
Yes.
But this looks like brakes.
Brake fluid. It's still hydraulic brake.
It's still a hydraulic brake system, but just powered electrically.
Powered, yes.
Okay.
It's actually powered by a mechatronic system. And
Yes.
at the Rochester campus, we also offer training in mechatronics.
Yes.
Not just the drone and the robotics.
Yeah. So it's very important to know that the government of Jamaica, through Heart, is creating the workforce stream of new skills, new technology that will power the jobs
Definitely.
of the future.
Yes, sir.
Excellent. So how many students are you presently?
We just completed training with a set of fire, and we started with the first responders, fire and police. We just completed, I think, 20 police officers and about the same amount of fire from the fire department.
Okay.
So we are actually now recruiting for the other levels, which is the service technicians and safety technicians.
Okay, very good.
Right.
Okay, so that was the Prime Minister of Jamaica, the Honorable Dr. Andrew Holness. And I would say that is a big move for Jamaica to be heading in this direction. And one of the things that I've noticed, and not only in Jamaica, like I've been recently to Barbados and to St. Vincent, and I'm seeing more and more solar system in the Caribbean. I'm seeing the Caribbean moving away from oil and gas, and that is a good move. You know, when you go to Barbados and you see like the electric bus, you go to like most of the government buildings in Barbados and you will see solar panel. And in Jamaica, my recent trip to Jamaica also, that is what I'm noticing. And that is a big move because one thing the Caribbean have more than anything else is sun. And I believe that we should maximize on these things. So for the Prime Minister of Jamaica to be funding this program now where mechanics can go and learn how to deal with these type of vehicle, because we have seen the system where some of the old cars with a lot of the mechanics back in the days when I was in Jamaica and I bought my first and second car, most of the guys that work on my car, they had probably a 7th, 8th grade education. These guys were not able to go to university. And so a lot of these guys now would be pretty much out of the system in terms of knowing how to work on the computers in the cars, because these cars now you have to have like a tertiary level education, I believe, to work on some of these cars. So this is a good program because the Heart Trust is not like a tertiary institution, but it is like for, adults who you probably went to grade 10, grade 11, and you did not make it to college. So you can go to the Heart Trust and you can upscale in terms of your skills. So this is a big move for Jamaica and the mechanics in Jamaica. And another thing that I find that is amazing too is that a lot of these programs from the Heart Trust, they are free. Yes, you heard me right, free. So this is the Prime Minister again talking about the investment into the Heart Trust and why it's important for these programs to be free.
The work of our national training agency, the Heart Trust NSTA, the Global Services Skills Council, and our digital literacy and skills programs have been instrumental in creating a steady pipeline of talent, not only for traditional outsourcing, but for fintech, cybersecurity, software engineering, and data analytics. We are investing heavily in skills development. In 2023, we removed all tuition and administrative fees from our national training agency. So training is now free in Jamaica, and this is up to the associate degree level. In fact, we have gone even further, and we are now literally paying people to learn and get a skill. We now have programs in place where, in addition to receiving training free of cost, participants earn a stipend, which includes a training component. Jamaica is in the best position that we have ever been as a nation as it relates to employment.
Okay, so that was the Prime Minister of Jamaica. And as I said, like, this is a big deal for Jamaica. And just imagine going to learn how to be a mechanic for one of these electric vehicles, and you don't have to pay a cent to go and to get those skills. And the money that you can make being that type of mechanic is amazing. So this is a good look for Jamaica. And one thing I would say, like, for me, like, I have to give credit where credit is due. And the Prime Minister of Jamaica, this is one of the moves that will put the Prime Minister, Andrew Holness, I believe that, and I said it in a previous video, I believe that Andrew Holness, if Andrew Holness can win this next election, he's going to be undoubtedly the most successful Prime Minister in Jamaica's history. The only other Prime Minister to be in office for such a long time was P.J. Patterson. And I know people will argue about Siaga, they'll argue about Manley, the things that they did. But in terms of accomplishment, in terms of winning elections, like if the Prime Minister, Andrew Holness, win this election and have 4 more years, he's going to go down as the greatest, the best Prime Minister in the history of Jamaica. And you have to give him credit. I criticize when there's things to criticize. And there's sometime I'll talk about things that's not too pleasing to some of the diehard JLP, and people would come in the comment section and they would go after me like, big time. But the thing is, like, when you live in a democracy and the world that we live in today, like, people should be able to criticize, people should be able to give their honest opinion. And my honest opinion is that the Prime Minister, Prime Minister of Jamaica is very intelligent, he articulates himself very well. He is a smart politician, and as I said, like, the things that he do and the timing, it's very, very important, the timing. And for him to do something like this now, like, it was just 2 years ago, 2023, that the Heart Trust program became completely free. And people are also able to get like a stipend. So if you're from some poor community in Jamaica, you're getting the program for free. If you don't have bus fare or lunch money to go to the program, you will get that from the government. So stuff like this is definitely going to put him in that category as the best Prime Minister in Jamaica history. And I hope, like, for people who normally, criticize me when I say anything like negative, like if there's anything to report negative about the Prime Minister, of course I'm going to do it. So feel free to go in the comment section and says, you know, like, big me up for like bigging up the Prime Minister, because I have to be 100% honest. I can't, you know, I call it as it is. If there's something wrong, then I'll say it's wrong. If there's something right, then I'll say it right. And this is a big move from the Prime Minister. So guys, sound off in the comment section and let me know your thoughts on this, like, electric vehicle program, hard trust, 100% free. You can also get a stipend going to school. How does that sound? Let me know in the comment section. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing content. And remember, peace. I'm out.